Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum-bum. Well, here we are, folks. We're driving on. We're doing our own thing, and the world is passing me by. Ooh, I gotta figure out how to put this on here the right way. Okay. Anyway, how everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. There's maybe nobody out there listening to me, but at least it allows me to practice. See, a man's got to practice his craft before he can become really good at it. So, good evening. So, what's going on in Montgomery? Okay, besides somebody, getting shot every day. Other than that, it's a pretty good place. My radio career is on a hiatus at the moment, but I do have a couple. I do have a couple of offers. So I'm determining whether or not I want to take the offers up. But other than that, unless something comes along really, really good, this podcasting thing is pretty neat though. Now, what I'm on today for, I'm trying to make sure that phone my phone line, people can hear it because I can hear it good, but I want to make sure that people out there can hear it. I mean, okay, I'm a radio addict. What can I tell you? I just gotta figure this out. Seeing that, man, first of all, let me give my condolences to Joe Hagler. Joe Hagler lost his wife, and we send our prayers and condolences out to his family and all the people that he loves and the people that also. So, let me see if that comes in here. Wait a minute, let me see if does that come in. Okay, who's this? Come on, check. I appreciate it. See, my problem is I can hear you. I just need to know if people on the outside can hear you also. So I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Next time speak. Well, see that I don't know if they say I can hear you. I don't know if people can hear other people calling. That's only why I haven't been on. Yeah, yeah. Can the listeners hear the person on the phone? That's all I need to know. Okay, that's all I need to know. Yeah. See, that's what when that's one reason why I haven't been on in a few days because I didn't know whether they could hear it or not. Now people can always text. Hey, we'll see though. So if somebody's out there that can actually hear us, we appreciate if you let us know because well that's just the way we roll around here. Now I have to okay, gotta go to the settings there. Now I gotta go to preset there. So I'm trying to make sure that we get this thing together here. And also there is a well I'm trying. Anyway, our prayers go out to Joe Hagler, who lost his wife. And that's gotta be a tough um it's got to be a tough thing to have to deal with, and we're sorry that happened. And so, Joe, please be strong, and let us know if we can do anything to help you or anything like that. So that's what we need to know. So anyway, so that's what we're doing. We're trying to see whether or not the whether or not people can actually hear us, and how you do that. Can I put a tag over there? Great. No, we can't hear. Okay. Okay. That's what I need to know. Okay. You need a sound. I do got a sound system, Cleo. I got I have a nice mixer here, but I can't figure out how to hear the phone calls. I can hear the phone calls, and we did this the last time when I did this back when I first got laid off. I did it, and I'm just trying to figure out how I did it, and we did have it. I got all the required equipment, but you may need to come over here and help a brother out because I don't know. I don't know exactly what to do. Okay, this is not radio. Okay, this is podcast, but that's okay. But I'm gonna get it. I am going to get it. But see, Montgomery's a different place when I'm not on the airways or the podcast ways. And see, I am like the rudder. I kind of like try to synchronize everything. You know what I'm saying? I try to synchronize things. So now somebody called me and let me. I just want to. I think I did something different just now. I may have this thing worked out. So somebody just called me 521-2963 just to see if people can hear. Hey, Felix. Now this is my man right here, Felix. Hey, Felix, how you doing? So I'm trying to. So I'm just trying to get the phone thing right here, uh, 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 and then I'm ready to go. So I'm a radio guy, and I just gotta have. I gotta be able to take a phone call every once in a while. That's what I'm trying to do. But and I hear it. I just need to know if because I think I didn't share it before. I think I shared the link. I shared the link in my thing here, and so I think it'll do it now. So Felix, you know how we roll, right? You know how we roll. So you just so call me at 521-2963, and then I can answer it, and then I can see whether or not the people actually can hear out there. Then once I get that going, this is going to be an everyday thing. Okay, at least 3 days a week. I'm gonna get out there. Um, and do things because we got to get out there. Yeah, we got to make the ball run. Appreciate all the folks that tune in already. Now I do have a Twitch account also, which is Elkman0557, and I got a YouTube which is Elkman0557. So we got a bunch of things. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out. Okay. Oh, here we go. Somebody's calling. Okay, let's check this out.
Call from.
Okay.
To accept, press 1.
I got somebody on there. Hey, you don't really have to give your real name when Google asks you for your name. Just give us any name. Hey, who's this?
Can they hear now?
Well, I don't know if they can hear now. So I can hear you. I just don't know if the listeners can hear you. But you said something. So let me see if I can put you off and get
Call
another.
from.
Felix.
Oh, okay, Felix.
To accept, press.
Okay, Felix.
Hey, I'm here.
Buenos dias.
Hey, buenos dias. We can hear you. I can hear the caller. I heard the prior call.
Oh, you did?
So everything's working now.
Okay. You know what the deal is? I tell you what the deal is. You got to share it. See, I didn't know
Share
that.
what?
You actually have to share that you actually have to share the audio page that you're getting the audio off of. I didn't know that.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, it's working right now.
Yeah.
So
Well, if somebody tells me they can hear you, then I know we're all working. And you said you heard it, so
well, I heard the other caller before it hung up.
Okay. Then that's what I needed to do. Now I'm ready to roll. Now I just got to figure out how to share video. Well, video. I guess video is the same thing. You just put the audio on you and you share it with the program.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you share with everybody else, and you can show your screen.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, see, I'm learning. It's a learning process, But thanks a lot, man. I appreciate. Okay. Oh, okay.
Well,
So Greg says,
I appreciate what you're doing for Montgomery and everything that's going on, and I hope you know one of your views are getting up there, so people are viewing you. It's very interesting.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, okay, Greg, appreciate you. You say you can hear him, so that's good. Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out here. Anyway, good evening, everybody. So now we got this thing going. I appreciate it, Felix. Felix is my off-site technical expert. Okay, so we were just trying to figure all this out. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out what it is that we need to talk about. Okay. I just got one subject that I want to talk about this afternoon. I know I'm going to tick some people off, but I don't really care because I've always done it. It's no big deal. But when you have a lot of time, you can do a lot of Facebook looking, right? Can somebody tell me on Facebook now? Everybody wants to show their boobs. Everybody wants to take off their clothes. Women, come on. You got to be able to offer more than that. I mean, you can't go on your news feed. You can't go anything without some woman out there taking off her clothes or boobs that are bigger than watermelon. Now, listen, don't get me wrong. We like boobs bigger than watermelon, but we don't need to see them every time we go on Facebook. What's going on out there? Let me see.
Call from.
Let me see who this is.
Richie.
Yo, who's this?
This is Richie.
Richie, how you doing?
Can they hear me?
I think we can hear you now.
So what's going
I
on?
don't know. I'm just trying to figure out why women think the only thing they have to offer now is boobs on Facebook.
Oh, geez.
I mean, that's all you see. You can't. I mean, and then when you look at women, that's all you think about them. Then it's their fault. I mean, I just is that what Facebook has become now? Like almost like amateur porno.
I believe so. In fights.
And it's what now?
And fights.
Yeah, I just don't get it. There, there's other things. There's so many qualities of young folk. I mean, and listen, I'm a guy like any other guy. I like to look at some. I like to look at a good set of melons all day long. But that ain't all I want
Yeah.
to look at. You know,
Yeah. Fights and brawls.
the fights thing. My lord, listen. If I'm gonna fight on TV, if I'm gonna fight, please win. Okay, don't don't pick.
How's he doing?
You know, he's doing great. He's getting ready to go to the army, reserve, and go to training here in a week, 2 weeks, I guess, on the 10th of June.
Are
And
you gonna miss him?
hmm,
Are you gonna miss him?
I think I'll miss him. You know, I mean, when you've been with a kid for almost 20 years, it's kind of hard not to miss him. But I'm glad, you know. Again, it's like commencement. Here's what a lot of people don't understand about high school. The young folks, you know, commencement means to begin. It doesn't end anything. A lot of folks don't even know what it means. Oh, it's a good commencement. Yeah, but okay, that just means that now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's held to the chief. That's the president. But anyway, hey, listen. But I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear. You. I appreciate. You. I, hate you. I appreciate you. But anyway, okay. So at least I figured out how to get the thing. But again, the boob thing on Facebook, ladies, you ought to be insulted if women think that's the only thing they have to offer. I mean, seriously, is that the only thing? I mean, doesn't that just make you feel bad because that's all they got to offer? Okay, really, really, I'm just what a terrible thing to do. I'm just saying, you know, now, but here's the other part I got. Now, listen, here's my thing. I'm wondering about too. Women, if there's any women out there listening, and I'm not going to do this time of day in the future. I'm going to do it in the mornings, but you know, where did the women get this thing from? It's a man's job to take care of them. See, that's the part. Where in the good book does it say that it is a man's job to take care of you? As a matter of fact, it specifically says, you know, it's a woman's job to be a helpmate, help pay some of them bills. So where did this women think it? And you got to make six figures and all that stuff. I love this one guy. He said, "Wait a minute, where do you live?" With my mother. And how much you where you work? Burger King. And you want a man with six figures and his own car. Do you have a car? No. I drive my mama's. We share it. Okay, so you want everything that you don't have, that you haven't worked for, but you want the benefit of it for for me for my work. Okay, so you want to get as far away from a woman like that as you possibly can. You want to, you don't want to walk fast. You want to run. Okay, see, I don't even know what happened. You know, ladies, every once in a while, if you find somebody you really like, say, listen, let us work together. Let us build something together. I get so tired of hearing these women. They got this balloon thing, right? They got this balloon thing on Facebook now where you have to pop a balloon. Somebody comes out, you pop a balloon, blah, blah, blah. And they all want men who make more money than they do. You know, I mean, come on, really? That is that the best we can? Is that the best y'all got to offer? You know, women, you got to start offering stuff. Okay, you really, you got to start offering things besides a big set of boobs. You have to offer. You have to offer something. Something. Okay, I'm just saying. You might want to, and mothers, you might want to think about telling them to offer something, and then they'll, you know, in order to get more, you have to be in a position to give more. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Greg, not Greg. Yeah, Greg. Hey, hey. Greg, here's what you have to do, my friend. All you have to do is come up with another Facebook page and don't put your picture on it. Put somebody else's picture. Put an avatar on there. Put somebody else's picture. They'll never know the difference. Okay, just the AI is not that smart yet. So if they ban you off Facebook, get you another Facebook page. Go to your friends. They'll know who it is. Okay, just go to your friend and get your friend. I'll make you one of my friends, and then we can all get together on Facebook again. Okay, we can all get together, but just get another Facebook page and do it. And I do have another group page which is called Decisions, and it's called Decision something. And you go there on Facebook and you can see all the crazy things that people say to me, about me, and things of that nature. But now here's what we want to do with this podcast. We tried to do. I'm going to go out there and I'm gonna be the Joe Rogan of Montgomery. Okay. I'm gonna say what has to be said, do what has to be done, go down to the city council meetings and listen to the crazy things they say. Although you don't really have to go down there, you can actually listen to it on Facebook, or YouTube, either way. So you don't have to really go down there, but we're gonna get some answers from people. You know what I mean? Because now next year is an election year, right? Next year is an election year, and then we're gonna have a Tuberville, which I got to tell you, if Tuberville's in it, I'm gonna vote for him. I mean, he's a guy, no nonsense. You may not, and he's kind of like Trump in a way. He may be a guy that don't always say it the correct and the right way, but I like him. I like a man that acts like a man, not a man that acts like a wuss. Okay, I just like a man that acts like a man. You know, and men have certain characteristics that women don't, and women got a lot of characteristics that men don't. Okay, now I actually think women are a lot more intelligent than men. From the shall we say the natural state. I think women are more intelligent than men. I mean, think about this for a second. Women can get men to pay the rent, buy the groceries, buy them a car, do all kinds of things for them, and they don't got to do nothing. Okay, they have babies. Okay, that's cool. But that's another bill. That's not exactly, you know, that ain't doing nothing for the brother. But I'm just saying. So I like to see men. That's why I like Trump. I don't like everything about him. I really don't. I heard today, and I don't know if this is true. So I've got to check it out to see if it's true, because there's so many lies told on Trump until we don't even know what truth is anymore. Okay. And one of the things is going around that he is going to deport a 4-year-old girl who has who has some sort of life altering disease, and she needs to stay in the United States in order to um, get the care she needs. Now they're telling me that the president of the United States ain't got nothing to do, enough to do to, and he's going to deport this 4-year-old girl. Now again, I find this absolutely incredulous. I find this cannot be true. I mean, this cannot be true. But I'll be looking it up pretty soon. But it can't be true. It just can't be. I mean, it just can't be true. I mean, you would take a stranger that didn't know anybody, and we would help them. So why wouldn't we help a 4-year-old girl? I just if let me put it this way: if we find out that what these people are saying is true, I don't believe that I won't never say another good thing about Trump. I just won't. I agree with the illegal stuff and all that stuff, but it leaves a bad taste in my mouth the way we're doing it. People have been here for years and years and years working. Listen, the Biden and Obama invited everybody in, although Obama did he did send some people out. But yeah, if Trump did that, if Trump did that, yeah, I would. I would just. I couldn't support him. Really. Now that part of me, I try to be a humanitarian. I mean, if there's so many things going on in the world, there's so many things going on in the world that if the president of the United States got time to deport a 4-year-old, yeah, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. And the next time I vote for president, I'll vote for myself. Yeah, I'm done. But again, I don't. It can't be true. It just can't be. So I'm going to Snopes. I went to Snopes and all these places to see whether or not. Now I haven't seen this because they lie. It ought to be a law against lying on the internet. That's what it ought to be. It ought to be a law against lying on the internet because you send people into tirades with the junk that comes off the internet. It's getting to the point now that you cannot. There ought to be some truth in that, some truth in telling. Now what we need to make is a law that if we find out that you lied on the internet, what we need to do is be able to find you and ban you from a computer. Okay, I'm talking about serious lie, a lie that can change people's attitude in a second. Okay, so I'm just saying we might need to put some. I mean, listen, I love free speech, but even free speech has responsibility that goes along with it, and you just can't say anything about anybody because you don't like them, unless it's the truth. Now, truth is its own defense, and you don't need to defend it. Okay, and here's a question: what is truth? What is truth? Well, just in case you want to know, truth is what is real. It's got nothing to do with morality or anything like that. Truth only has a moral content when you lie on it. Okay. Other than that, you don't have to worry about it. Truth will stand on its own. Now, somebody says, "Well, why can it not be true?" Because I need some sources. I don't need a CNN. I need multiple sources, official sources, where the president of the United States said we're going to send a 4-year-old back to Mexico because, or wherever she's from, because her parents brought her here illegally. I don't care. I don't really care if they brought her here illegally, or if they came. If we all had anybody that has a child and that child gets ill, we will move heaven and earth to try to find care for them. And I know anybody that's a human being will do that. Okay, we'll do that. And so I just need to make sure that it's something that is absolutely true. Okay, I do not believe it. Now, I'll believe it if Joe Rogan says it, or if what's the other guy? Another guy was with Fox News. I really like him. What is his name? He left. He got his own podcast. I think he got something on. I think he's got something on Newsmax. Um, I would trust him. I would believe him. Oh, what is this guy? Not Joe Rogan. Anybody know the guy's name? That's and his family can't. He's pretty rich, got some money and stuff like that. Hell, everybody's rich as compared to me. So we go. But anyway, what is that guy's name? He has a podcast and he has his own show. I think the guy. What is the guy's name? Somebody knows what his name is. White guy. I like. He was on. I love this guy. I take what he says because most of the time he's telling the truth and he can prove it. Okay, I'm just saying. So, soon as I said, what is this guy's name? Well known, as a matter of fact, well known, well known. But my mind is slipping me at the moment. But anyway, so I was trying to get this podcast thing up. Now I know how to get the calls in. Now that's what was messing me up for a couple of weeks ago. I was trying to figure it out, and so my good friend Chad kind of dumped me. He said, "You ain't serious. You ain't. I'm serious. I just gotta, I like radio. I like hearing the interaction between people. I like people who disagree with me. As a matter of fact, as long as they can no, not Mark. Oh, I love me some Mark Levin. I love me some Mark, but it's not Mark Levin. Remember, he was with Fox. He got dark brown hair. I love me some Mark Levin though. He's got dark brown hair, kind of a young guy. Not young. I guess he's around 35 to 45 or something like that. What is his name? He came from Fox and he did his own show until somebody got ticked off. I don't think he was any sexual harassment or anything like that. What is the guy's name? Somebody knows this guy. I mean, he's well known, and most of us will will believe him when he tells us something. And I believe Mark Levin. Mark Levin is probably one of the smartest guys, along with Michael Medved, in radio. But Mark Levin certainly is a smart guy and a lawyer. What? But not Mark Levin. It's somebody else. Well, somebody will figure this out in a minute. But man, I tell you, what is this guy? Okay. Anyway, he used to be with Fox. A lot of people left Fox, I know, and went over there. But it's brown hair, a dark, kind of tall, brown hair. Oh, what is he? What is his name? Uh, Tucker. Tucker. That's him. I will believe Tucker Carlson. Thank you very much, there, Greg. I appreciate it. Tucker Carlson. That's the only guy who I believe in the media right now, because I don't think, and I will believe Joe Rogan. You know. Uh, so I will believe those two. If Tucker Carlson tells me that the president of the United States has decided to deport a young lady who, because their parents came here illegally, and he's going to deport, and she is sick, yeah, I'm done with Trump too. But again, I want it from a reliable source. Okay, not just a source. And that's probably the only thing that I wouldn't support Trump. I mean, I don't like Trump very much. I mean, really, I don't. But I like what he believes. Make America first. I lost my job at the last radio station because I think the preachers got upset with me because they were talking about how racist he was and Trump was, and I said, well, show me, prove it to me, prove to me the guy's a racist guy. Okay, and here's what I don't quite, and I'm glad I'm on this because I got a problem. We get all mad when somebody uses the N word. Okay, we do. We get mad as hot potatoes. Okay, we get mad, but we'll on all of our TV shows, on all of our skits, on Facebook, on all of our entertainment. Everybody got to use the word nigga. Nigga this, nigga that, nigga this, nigga this, nigga this, nigga that. Okay, but it's supposed to be a bad word. So why is it if the president accidentally says it because he hears it so much? So what's the big deal? Okay, okay. I'm just saying. Why is it we live in a world that we with DEI and all that stuff? But why is it we black folks think it's okay to use the N word? Oh, I know what they said because they said with a nigga, and the white guy says with a nigger. So it's different between an A and an ER. What asinine thing to say? Seriously, I can't even go down the street without hearing somebody smoking marijuana and the N word coming out of somebody's car. I mean, come on. It used to be our parents and everybody. It used to be that we wanted our parents to be proud of us. We really did. We wanted them to be proud of us. We wanted them to acknowledge us when we did good things and bad, and correct us when we did bad. Well, we might not have wanted the correction, but we got it anyway. So my question is, and it's just me, what happened to black excellence? What happened to being the best you could be? My mother used to say, well, listen, you got one pair of pants, two shirts, you wash out the pants and the shirt every night, and you keep moving. Okay, whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to you? Does anybody realize that there were black millionaires back in the day? And I'm trying to figure out how that happened. But there were. The woman who came up with the woman who came up uh, uh, the woman who came up with the hair stuff back in the day. I forgot her name. She was a millionaire. She was a millionaire, and what I'm trying to figure out is how in the world was she able to amass that money, considering that the situation we were in back in the days in America with black folks. How did she do that? It just goes to show you there are impediments in our lives for all of us. We all got something we got to get over. But how did she amass all that money without white people taking it? How did she do that? Just go to show you, oh, I disagree with you an N-word. What are you smoking? Well, what do you disagree with, Felix? What do you disagree with it? It ought not be used by anybody of any color. If it is a word that is evil, if it is a word that is degrading, then it's the same degrade whether it comes out of somebody's white mouth or somebody's black mouth, isn't it? So what's the difference? Yeah, I love me some Tucker Carlson. So what? So okay. So let me hear. I disagree with you about the N word. What are you smoking? Okay, well well tell me. I can't turn on movies now. I can't turn on TV now. I mean everybody's using the N word if it's a black movie. You know, I mean it just and this started in the 70s. Okay, this started in the 70s because I be listening to Shaft. You know, do 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 doom. Yeah, I be listening to Shaft, so I'm kind of you know I'm kind of in that thing. But they were using the word back then. But now with DEI, and here we are in the 2020s or 21st century. We figure we're gonna get rid of all these words, right? I mean, you can't use the word retard anymore. Although retard is still part of the lexicon of the English language. Well, no. It's not a bad word. It just offends people's senses. It's like the word retard means. Does anybody know what the word retard actually means? It means to be impeded growth. It means lack of growth. Okay, so we just make it short. We just came up with two syllable words. I mean, with a one syllable, retarded. Um, but you can't use it. But now we can use the N word on TV and all of our stuff. What is DEI? What you know what DEI is? DEI is inclusion. Let's see, diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's what it is. Yeah, it never worked for anybody but a couple of people anyway. It didn't. It certainly didn't work for me. So, 'cause- but that's okay. That's the way it goes. That is just the way it goes. Okay. But anyway, okay. So now I figured out my problem with my podcast thing here. So I'm gonna be doing this in the mornings, okay? Because I'm gonna do it in the afternoons. Um, Mark, I love me some Mark. And if you want to be a guest, I gotta figure out how to do it. You can do this on the phone. Okay, let me see. You can okay, let me see something here. Okay. Copy that there. And then you can go to the Facebook page and you can click on one of them pages and it allows you to log in with your telephone. I'll do that tomorrow. It allows you to log in with your telephone, and you can become part of the conversation if you want to. What is DEI? Well, DEI was a listen. You cannot keep on apologizing for the past. At some point, at some point, we've got to come to grips with it was the past. It was what it was. Because here's my thing, and I'll end it with this. If your mother came up to you every time she saw you, she said, "You remember when you were 13 years old? Yeah, when I beat that butt for stealing out the candy jar." If she came up to you every day, 40, now you're 40. Okay. I think you would get tired of. And let me make you another analogy. Then I'm gone. My dog bites you on the leg when you come over to the house. The dog bites you. The dog just bit you. Okay, so I'm gonna take the dog, smack the dog around a little bit, uh, because he shouldn't have bit you. But here's the deal: if every time you come over to my house for the last 20 years, I'm still smacking the dog, at some point you're gonna be on the dog side. Okay, you can't keep beating the hell out the dog for what he did 20 years ago. Okay, it's done. It's over. You can't undo it. Okay, so what we need to do sometimes is stop smacking. It's stop smacking the dog. Okay, because as quiet as it's kept, there were lots of people. There were lots of people who they were the white persuasion who help black folks, and there have been black folks who help white folks. As a matter of fact, what I want to do is a podcast, an interview with people who are black and white friends, and I'm going to go on the road, and we're going to talk to some of those people because we never hear those side of the story. All we and all we hear is what the bad folks. Well, unfortunately, we got bad folks that look like us too. But anyway, we can talk about all this stuff at some later point in the game. But I have got to go. So, on that time, I think we go kind of come on like from 7:30 to 9, somewhere around there. Okay, 7:30 to 9. Okay, so I think this is what we're gonna do. So now that I figured out how to get my phone things working here, I am good to go. All right. So, like anybody else want to say anything? I don't think so. All right then. Well, I gotta go. I gotta go. It's like they do at the club at night. They say, "Well, you don't have to go home, but you got to you got to pretty much you got to pretty much leave here." Okay, that's all I'm saying. So anyway, we'll come back. Hopefully, well, I'm going to actually start in earnest since I know how to work all this stuff now. I'm going to start in earnest on Monday. I may be back tomorrow, but I'm not sure. But I got to get some interviews done and some people because people listen to podcast. Not just everybody know what I think, but they want to hear from other people too. Wait a minute. Oh, here's one. Here's it. This is a good one. If a bad ass dog that bite and you forget it, he might bite you again. He might bite you again. I agree with that. I agree with that. But again, until he bites you again, stop beating the hell out the dog. Okay, I'm just saying because if you keep beating the hell out the dog, then we're gonna be on the dog side, and then you're gonna be the enemy. That's all I'm just saying. That's just me and my how my thinking process is anyway. But anyway, gotta go, go. Oh, did you know that veterans? Okay. I feel you on that. Now, veterans preference came with the contract. Okay, that was part of the deal when we took the job. That we get certain preferences because we have the only job in America, that requires you to give your life if you're asked to. Now, other people are killed. That's true. Policemen, firemen, stuff like that. But they can quit. Soldiers can't quit. We can't just say, hey, I didn't sign up for this. No, you can't do that. When you get in the door of the aircraft and you're airborne, when you get in the door of the aircraft, once you own that plane, you cannot say, I'm not jumping. If you do, it is a court-martial offense, and you probably get some time or lose some rank and stuff like that. So, yeah, it ain't DEI. It's a contractual obligation given to us by the Department of Defense and the United States government. So it's not DEI. Okay, trust me, it ain't. It ain't DEI. Okay. Anybody disagree with me? Well, tell me later. We'll talk. Anyway, gotta go. Go. Okay. Anyway, so let's chill out on that N word. Okay, on either side of us, chill out on the N word. Okay, there are other words we can use to sort of identify each other. How about? Hey, I got one. Call them by their name. Okay. Anyway, folks. Well, I gotta go. Because that's just the way life is sometimes. So we'll be starting Monday. We're gonna be doing this on honor and from 7:30 to 8, somewhere around there. Do I want to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, I do it. As long as I set it up at night. Okay. But see, okay. So did we square that away, Cleo? Veterans preference is not DEI. Okay. It is a contractual obligation that we signed up for as a benefit of putting our butts on the line. Okay. So it's not DEI. Okay. So anybody else disagree with that? I didn't think so. Okay. Well, where's my music? Where's my going off music? I got to come up with a good song for going off the air too. I gotta figure out something out here. Let me see. Felix got a lot of stuff in here. Background music. Oh, here's one. I like this one. I don't know. Yeah, I like that. That's good. I want to use that one. Anyway, we gotta go. I was just checking out my stuff today since I finally figured out how to work it. I'm not even gonna bother this computer. I'm just gonna let this computer sit right here, and I'm just gonna come back to it. Hopefully, the good Lord says the same in the next couple of days. But man, I got it going. I'm feeling pretty good now. I'm feeling pretty good. At least I got somebody to talk to. I went to put in for a job the other day. Because when you're on unemployment, you gotta go off with like 3 jobs every week. And so I went out to job, and everybody who knew me said, "Well, I think you'll talk too much." I said, "So radio's the only place I can get a job and talk." Yeah, a couple of them said, "How could you?" Oh no, no, you can't have. You'd have everybody fighting each other. So, oh well, what can I tell you? But anyway, I'll probably never shut up until the good Lord says it's time to come home. Until then, I'm just gonna talk. Anyway, you guys have a great afternoon. But if I really feel spontaneous tonight, I may come back. You never can tell. I'm practicing. Okay? Now the only thing I can do now is figure out how to get guests on here via the telephone and stuff like that. I know how to do it. I just got to make sure I do it right. So maybe I get somebody to do it later. Anyway, y'all have a great afternoon, everybody. And remember, it is not the falling down that makes you strong. It is the getting up every time you do. So remember that. When you fall down, just don't stay there. Okay? Have a great day. Good afternoon, and all the rest of that good stuff. And don't use the N-word. Okay? I'm going to be an N-word police from now on. Every time I hear somebody say it, I'm just going to come on the podcast and give you their name. All right? So can we? Okay. Mama gave us all a name. If that's one of us got a name, let's use your name with that. Okay? And my name don't start with an N. Although some people think I'm their uncle, they keep calling me this other word, but I'm not your uncle. Your uncle is somebody else's family, okay? Anyway, I gotta go. See ya, but I wouldn't want to be you.